I need a helmet expert because this makes no sense.
It goes on your head.
If you forgot your gree-gree at home, if your belayer's not paying attention, if you don't wear a helmet to protect your dome and your rope has failed inspection, if you think that chalk is aid and you take big whippers all day, it's time to watch these scary tales and learn something from climbing fails with Joshua Perry.
What's up, climbing people? Today we got some big fails. We're calling this episode Big Climbing Fails. We got some big people taking some big fails today. Also, we got exclusive clips that you'll only see here on Beta Climbers. So subscribe for that. And of course, we got more fails than usual because you've been asking for longer content. So I'm making it longer. Let's get right into big climbing fails. All right, if you could tell me what this mountain range is right here, extra points to you. Let me know in the comments. I found Waldo. Here's your man. Come and get him. He's out here, no helmet, no third hand, bumping his head on rocks. Come get your man. We found him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Here's our first big fail. I gotta give it to you people. If you are an oversized climber, man, that is like me joining the NFL. I'm just not gonna do it, but you guys are brave enough to keep going. The reason you're toppling over is right here. Your foot is staying on, which means you're gonna be flying your hands backwards, giving yourself a backwards momentum, and then toppling over and then laying on the floor like that. Some people said in the comments that the harness was right, higher on the waist. I guess if the harness is up a little higher, you wouldn't have such a topple over effect, but if you're built top heavy, you're gonna go over. It's just the way it is. But there you go. And that you're also putting those self belays to the test, man. Gotta give it to you guys. You're doing work. You know what's taking people out? These wall runs. Okay? These wall runs are taking people out. When you come up to the wall, all right, right here, you are now having to transfer your momentum from this way into this way. You got to go up. So you got to kick that wall and go and direct the momentum from this to that. And if you miss that, you're ending up like a pancake. Blood in this one. I'm going to have to fast forward it so you don't see that. Okay, so what happens here is we're getting set up to do this move that looks kind of cruxy for him. He's putting up the left foot and it blows. Okay, when his foot blows, he's now having what you'd call an unpredictable fall. He's gonna be spinning out, facing his spotter. The spotter's gonna have to shove him. And if he doesn't, he's hit this rock right here with his foot. No bueno, as my Spanish amigos would say. And now he's in trouble. Okay, now you're in trouble. Let me fast forward this. You now got blood on your mat and you're being carried out of the crag, okay? You don't wanna end up like that. You're gonna need, if you bring a lot of spotters, you're gonna have a better chance. And the spotters that are not just hanging out, but helping you, you're gonna have a better chance not having this help. But I'll say it again, bouldering in some places is just soloing, man. And so, man, I don't know. I would say put a rope on it, but you have good spotters, enough spotters, you should be all right. We need big climbers like this, okay? You know why? I'll tell you why he's doing a service. First of all, look at this, the hold, the recoil of this hold. He's stress testing the holds for us, okay? Number one, which is making it safer, okay, for us smaller climbers. But not only that, check this out. Look at the force into the mat. He is making these new mats. He's breaking them in, man. This is why this clip, this dude actually sent me this video, and props to you, man. You're still getting after it, and you're brake testing things. Look at this, man. The hole didn't break. The mats are broken in. Win-win. Win-win. Does this count as a deck? I think this counts as a deck. Why do I think it counts as a deck? We gotta play it. It happens quick. It happens real fast. We have a little bit of slack right here. There's no need for slack. Our dude is not clipping. You don't need slack if the dude's not clipping. And because he falls and there's slack there, also this dude's got some long legs. Like, let's get real. Like, this guy's got some frog legs. But, you know, he would have been not on the ground if there wasn't that slack there. It's super technical when you get it. Belaying is not an easy game, man. You got someone's life on the line. Sometimes the vaulting could just be bad though. Like, look at that. What is this? Me no gusto. Peligro. Look at this. Look at this. If there was a vault right here, like let's say this was trad, I would place a piece over here somewhere. So I mean, the ground is literally, so this is the first piece, that's the second piece. The ground's right here. We need another piece. Sometimes it's just a vaulter. But the way he bounces off that rock and he's perfectly fine, amazing. The Achilles heel doing work. And helmets, yes. Me gusta. Me gusta la Costco. What in the Looney Tunes of sense is this, my guy? I love it.
Hey Chris, can you do me a favor? Can you stop shaking the tree?
Yo, what is with these groundies, man? They're just not up in the air. They don't get it. They just don't understand. This is a good clip to break down right here. Our foot is behind the rope and now we're sweeping our head on the floor. Our belayer, hopefully he would be a little more skilled and tell us, hey, our foot is behind the rope. You should know where your feet are, but it's nice to have a belayer that tells you. The belayer is anticipating the catch, but does nothing about it. He should be taking in slack. Now you're coming down. He's ready for the catch. He's jumping in the air. His hand is going up. It should be going down and to his right to break more, and it's not. You didn't take any slack in. Now you're sweeping the ground. It's not a good look. The whole gym's looking at you. So that's what's wrong with that. The belayer's just a little bit not belaying very well. The belayer gets all the way up to that clip too. If he was tied down somewhere, maybe using an ohm or something, you also wouldn't fall so far. Next clip. Here's another one, foot behind the rope, and now you're sweeping your head across the rock. Look at it, his head is gonna just go right across that edge. Look at that, man. Woo! And I think his helmet looks like it's not completely on correctly. If you're gonna wear a helmet, make sure it's on right. It fits perfect. You want it to work right. But man, if your belayer told you at least you know where your leg is, or you know where your leg is, be hyper aware of your leg, guys. Come on. Nothing says springtime like collapsing an entire waterfall. Like, do you know how much this stuff weighs? This guy got buried under that thing. You need a forklift to get it up. Like, that's crazy that he walks away with this. It's insane. There's some, details here that could tip you off. Like the giant horizontal gap here in the waterfall and the rushing water might be a good indicator that this thing might go. But I think these ice climbers just live for this. Like this guy's gonna be telling this story. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell people about the waterfall I just rode down. I don't like my ice climb to be that exciting. That's epic though, I gotta say. But damn, that was pretty close to being fatal. I was born in the wrong generation. We now have Generation Beta. They even come with their own climbing beanies. Look at this. This whole generation is gonna subscribe, by the way. I've been playing the long game. Okay, it's official. Spoon is aid. Okay, forks are now in, knives, and I'll even do sporks. But spoon, if you're eating with a spoon, you're now aid eating. I'm sorry, that's just the way it goes. Imagine you're this guy right here. Look at this thing. All this is going on, okay? There goes the crane. Boom snaps. Here comes down the top half of the tower. All I had to do was take out one of the 3 guidelines and you'd be done. Okay, so you're still in it. Now you gotta dodge the damn Final Destination wrecking ball as this hook comes flying. Like, can you I'd be running down that thing. It's insane. It's insane. Yo, get another career. Look at this. Look at this payaso. I can't help these people. These people I can't help. I don't know, man. That's just. This, on the other hand, I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous about this. Okay, this is a climbing, but Hey, it works. It's not dumb if it works. Okay, so another breakdown here. We're coming up. Let's check the belayer. Belayer's looking kind of relaxed. Short roped a little bit. It got short roped. Hate to see it, but it happens. Belayer's getting a big old U of slack here, even though there's no clipping that's gonna happen at all. Okay, you don't need that slack yet. We're throwing the high left heel over the rope. So if this blows, your foot's going behind the rope, and it does atomic wedgie spinner 3000. Ah, man, kid, look at that leg. Like, what? Look how that leg just catches the rock. It's just, that was kind of gnarly. Like, my leg would have snapped. Coming down, whip around. Look at that bend right there. Okay, so her knee bent. Oh, man. Woo, my meniscus. Okay, so this is like a La Ferretta. I think I'm saying that right. The La Ferrettas? Are they called La Ferrettas? I think they're called them. You're basically just A climbing. You got ladders and cables drilled in to the rock. And if you're falling on this, you kind of suck. But like this thing here, this is kind of what I want to talk about. We call these things screamers, and they're basically webbing that's like sewn, and they're meant to rip apart and dissipate energy. And I think they rip at like 4 kN, so you gotta be taking a pretty good whip to like snap those things. And once they do, your clips are garbage, you're trashed. So you don't want to do that. So if you're doing one of these things, like you could have a third hand to clip into so you never fall. Like those things aren't adjustable, but if you had something that you could adjust in and take in slack so when you fall you don't whip, is that just taking the fun out of it? Maybe that's just taking the fun. Maybe the thing is like you need a little bit of risk, otherwise it's not fun. I don't know. But yeah, this is kind of like climbing light. But you know, the cables aren't going to stretch, the ladders aren't going to stretch, so something's got to give. It's going to have to be those screamers, or it's going to be your back. Wild. Let me know what you think. Josh Perry, climbing out here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you do, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Spread awareness to everybody so they stop taking these nasty falls. And Josh Perry climbing out of here. Wow.